I thought they were going to at least do something. They've done nothing.
They really have done nothing, unless they make some big spurt all of a sudden here with a week left in the offseason. It's really disappointing. Certainly I didn't expect them to go out and sign Alex Bregman or Pete Alonso or someone like that. But, when your biggest offseason acquisition is Spencer Horwitz, who could possibly help them, but he only has 425 plate appearances in the big leagues. And you really have only addressed the bullpen with kind of patching holes here and there instead of going out and getting somebody like a Chapman or an established reliever, and also not even really getting any starting pitching depth. I know that they like their starters, but still I'd certainly feel a little more comfortable if they had one more starting pitcher, even if it's somebody who could be like maybe in a swingman role, and if you didn't need him in a rotation, he could move to the bullpen. I don't know. Maybe they wait the spring training and guys get desperate and their prices really drop because, they want to get into camp. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But certainly it's hard to believe a team that only won 76 games last year thinks that they can get enough internal improvement to make a playoff run.
Does a guy or two come to mind that they could have had? Like, I think of Jock Peterson. He went $37 million 2 years with the Rangers. That doesn't really bankrupt a franchise. What is that? 16, 17, 18.5 million each year? I mean, you just put him in as your cleanup hitter. He crushes right-handed pitching. Anybody else, or him included, Johnny, that you can think of that they could have maybe had? Do people not want to come here? Or what's the deal?
I think the thing with Peterson is they were worried he can't really play in the outfield anymore, and they already have McCutchen at DH. But I also don't think they would have went to $37 million, because if you look at the Pirates historically in free agency, they don't pay guys $18 or $19 million a year. And this is over 10 years ago now, and the biggest free agent contract they've ever given anyone is Francisco Liriano, when they signed him to a 3-year, $39 million deal, which is an average of $13 million a year. They just don't pay their guys that kind of money, especially free agents. And you look at Ben Cherington, he's been on the job 5 years now, and he's yet to sign a free agent to a multi-year contract. And it's just not how they roll. I don't know if it's Ben Cherington trying to prove that he can build a team without spending on free agency, or if it's Bob Nutting just saying, look, you have a really tight budget, so you better make the best of what you have. But they just don't. It's like they're allergic to free agency. They just don't want to play in that water, even the shallow part of it.
Is this true, Johnny, that I think it's the Twitter handle is North Shore 9, and this was maybe 2 weeks ago, said the last time the Pirates signed a free agent to a multi-year deal was Ivan Nova's 3-year, $26 million contract in 2016? Yeah. 2016? Since they signed a free agent to a deal worth more than 1 year?
Yeah, I mean, it's been so long, it's almost you forget that Ivan Nova ever pitched here in Pittsburgh, let alone, would be the last multi-year guy. And, yeah, those guys from North Shore 9, they're right on the money with stuff. They're really good. And, it's hard to believe. I mean, like I said, the only two players they've ever signed free agency to an average annual value of at least $10 million, they signed Russell Martin, and that was eons ago, to a 2-year, $20 million deal, and the Liriano contract, and that's it. And I mean, you look at Kansas City, you look at other small markets, and I mean, they at least do some stuff in free agency, but it's just like the Pirates are bound and determined. And again, I don't know if it's Ben Cherington being stubborn, because, I know when he got hired, I was surprised he took this job. I mean, certainly the Pirate job isn't a plum GM job, but I had people that know him tell me, they told me that he wanted to prove to himself that he could build a team in a small market and win. You know, he won a World Series in Boston, but he also had one of the biggest payrolls in baseball. And I don't know if it's stubbornness on his part to prove that he can win with mainly all homegrown players or what, but they need more help.